In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn back. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics. In linguistics, we have commenced the chapter. It is about syntax, which is the study of the structure of the sentence, that how a sentence is structured. It is also the study of the organization of the sentence, that how a sentence is organized. Listeners and audience, you know, almost 3 days before, we have commenced the theory of Noam Chomsky, or the theory known as generative grammar. The theory was developed and introduced by Noam Chomsky in 1950. The basic principle of generative grammar is that human being is born with innate capacity, with innate ability, and there are certain set of rules that are shaped in the mind of human being and the brain of human being. Then even a common human being is able to understand and distinguish the difference between correct and incorrect sentences. Listeners and audience, then I told you that generative grammar also defines the rule of a language, of a grammar. That what are the rules of the language of the grammar, or what would be the rules of a language for a grammar. Listeners and audience, today I am going to talk about recursion and its properties, or recursion and its features. First of all, I will define that what is recursion. After that, I will come to the two properties or features of recursion. And connected to this, I will provide some practical examples that you know how recursion is. And I will also share with you about the views of Noam Chomsky about recursion. That what is recursion according to Noam Chomsky. Listeners and audience, whenever we are talking about recursion, recursion is actually a structural element. Recursion is a structural element, or it is grammatical structure which can be used repeatedly in a sequence. I'm repeating the definition. Recursion is a grammatical structure which can be used repeatedly in a sequence. So a grammatical structure which can be repeatedly used, that structure is known as recursion. Listeners and audience, whenever we are talking about recursion, this is the capacity of human language, that recursion is found in the language of human being, and recursion in the language of human being is universal. It's not only about one language, but this recursion refers to the whole language. And the property or the definition of recursion can be further explained by the two features of recursion. What is the first property or features of recursion? The first property of recursion is the nested words or the structure must be of the same kind. What does it mean? The first feature of recursion is that the nested words or the structure must be of the same kind. Listeners and audience, it means that one sentence can be inside another sentence. One sentence can be nested within another sentence. One phrase can be nested with another within another phrase. Similarly, one adjective can be nested inside another adjective, and so on. For example, if I'm talking about a prepositional phrase, so a prepositional phrase must be of the same kind. And whenever we are talking about the same feature says that the next feature of a recursion, the elements that repeat will increase depth and the meaning. This is a question generally that why recursion is important, why there is repetition again and again in a sentence, why if one noun phrase has been used, why there is another noun phrase inside a phrase. If one sentence is used, why there is another sentence inside another sentence. This is the question. Listeners and audience, answer to this question is that whenever a phrase is used inside another phrase, it actually indicates or it actually shows the depthness and meaning. How it is? For example, see, I placed my book on the table near the door in a room. Listeners and audience, in this sentence you see, I placed my book on the table. This is one, for example, one prepositional phrase. Near the door, this is another prepositional phrase. In the room or in room, this is another. You see, on the table, one same structure. Near the door, another same structure. In the room, another. Though the words are different, but here is prepositional phrase, another prepositional phrase, and another prepositional phrase. So repeatedly they are found. So this repetition is called recursion. And whenever we are talking about the sentence, this recursion can be also found in a sentence, even an adjective. Because this is the quality of human language. See, for example, I'm talking about adjective now as a recursion. A young, eager, and energetic teacher is standing. So now you see a young, one adjective, repetition, eager, another adjective, energetic, the third adjective. So this repetition is called recursion. So it can be inside a sentence, it can be inside adjective phrase, and it can be inside PP or prepositional phrase. Now, the question arises that what is the view about recursion of Noam Chomsky? Listeners and audience, you know about Noam Chomsky that he is known as the father of modern linguistics. Noam Chomsky proposes that there are a set of rules which are shaped in the brain of human being. And Noam Chomsky call those rules innate capacity or ability, or innate features. Okay, and he says that one of those innate features is recursion. He says that recursion is the innate capacity of human being, the innate feature of human being, which distinguishes human being from other creatures, which distinguishes and separates human being from animals in communication. So this is the view of Noam Chomsky about recursion. So hope that this topic is clear to you.